record. Where is it?
You fucking ready, Buster? Go.
I'm not ready. Okay, now I'm ready. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mitch and Dan Pod. And for all our favorite listeners in Turkmenistan, I greet you a wonderful Hoş Gildaniz. Sorry
You
about
know?
my accent. It's
No,
been
it's
so
perfect.
long since I've been in the beautiful Turkmenistan that I'm a bit rusty. Mitch, how are you tonight?
Hello, Dan. I'm good. It's still sunny outside, but it is night. You're right. It is 6:25 p.m. I just noticed. Wow. I'm doing good. I just finished work, so I'm covered in soot from my chimney cleaning career,
Yeah.
which kind of isn't booming in these modern times.
No, but chimneys need cleaning, so I don't know how that business has gone down.
Well, there's less chimneys.
Is there?
Yeah, you fucking freak. Of course.
Hmm.
Don't me. Of course, there's less chimneys. Where's all the chimney sweeping kids then? If there's so many chimneys
Oh,
around, huh?
mate. It's our PC culture. Kids aren't allowed to work anymore. Mate, speaking of nights and evenings, I got a question that's not on our list, but I want to clarify. When does the evening end and night begin?
See, I don't consider evening a thing. Fuck evening. It just goes afternoon, night.
Okay.
So
Well,
I count. Oh, here's another one for you. When does the week start? Sunday or Monday?
Monday.
Thank you. Stupid calendars.
Here's another one for you. You're a farmer boy. Views
Yeah.
when you're part-time, when you're not sweeping chimneys, that is.
So busy.
What's your views on daylight savings? For or against? I read a thing about it.
Yeah.
They kept saying it's for the farmers, at least in America, and that's not true at all. The farmers hated it.
Mate, I honestly don't understand it. What's normal? What we're experiencing right now is
Yeah,
this
I don't know.
daylight.
Daylight, yeah, I don't know. What one's the normal time?
I like this, whatever this is now. If we could permanently just keep this.
I think this is
That's-
the one that's the bad one.
Oh,
People hate because it's later, it's lighter in the later hours, and the reason they brought it in or they kept it is so people would shop later.
the farmers, they'll get them to shop later at the
The
local
farmers hated
Walmart.
it because the farmers meant that they had to take their stuff to the markets in the dark in the morning.
Okay, well, we get there and it's not too dark. It's actually, I feel like it's
This is
just
America though, so it might be different.
quite light in the mornings here, even though it's light at night too. So I don't know, every market we've gone to, it hasn't been dark. But you know
This is
what?
America,
I might
this is like the early 50s or something. So they market
it
every
makes sense.
day.
But it makes sense, mate. I agree because like right now it's still bright outside. I could still be working, but I've been working all day, so I'm tired. It's past 5. I stopped working at 5, but it's still bright out there, and I feel kind of guilty. So maybe having that less hour of, I just feel anxious. I can't rest. I can't think properly.
You could work earlier.
Sweat, like in those Gatorade commercials where they sweat blue Gatorade. I'm doing that.
You could work earlier and then finish earlier.
Oh man, I need me sleep.
Because
I get to
there's,
chill. I try and get me 8 hours, and I still want to have some time where I'm just relaxing. Farming's hard.
8
You
hours
see
is
my
bad
muscles.
for you? Isn't it meant to be like 4 to 6 hours?
Nah, 8 hours of sleep. What the fuck are you on
I
about?
think 6 hours is like the perfect amount of time, apparently.
Oh,
Look,
no,
I don't do 6 hours, but I've heard it.
no, 8, 100% 8. Where have you heard that from? Your father's been lying to you.
Multiple sources.
Yeah, it worked for some geniuses like Einstein and shit. But mate, not the average person. I think there are people out there that can get on with minimal sleep, but I think the average person needs at least 8.
I'm
At
going
least.
to look this up while you bring
Okay,
in
you
the
know
first
what?
topic.
I'll put on a nice song during the look up time. Look at this. You didn't expect this.
Mate, you're going to bring in the topic.
What'd you call me?
You need to bring in the topics.
Oh, you want me to bring in a topic, but you're going to finish what we're fucking talking about here.
Yeah, you start the topic.
No, I want to finish the subject we were talking about that has escaped my mind because I started playing ukulele and I totally forgot what we were talking about.
Okay.
Oh, 8 hours.
Hold on, I've got it here. I'm trying to get it up, but it's taken its while.
Yeah, I bet it is, Dan. Ooh! Hear that? It's the audio. You know what? We got 4 views on our last fucking pod, mate. We're fucking skyrocketing.
A whole 4.
A whole 4. Before that, 8. Before that, 12. Before that, 24. It's a pattern. This one's going to get 2, and then the next one, 0, and then the next one, minus.
I'll go 1 before 0.
I don't know. You probably know more than me.
7 or more hours a night, according to this, for adults. So there's no maximum amount. You can sleep for as long as you want.
The more you like, if you just sleep for the rest of your life, you'll live forever.
Yeah.
Well, do you reckon that's true? If you're in a coma, can you live for 1,000 years?
I guess so.
You're getting full of the nutrients you need.
Wow.
Yeah, so you learnt that, didn't you, you freak? You're going to get more sleep now?
Mate, I already sleep enough, but now I don't feel guilty.
What? You felt guilty for getting more hours? Mate, you need
I thought it was
sleep.
6.
Nah, man. You could sleep it more. Remember, it said 24 hours a day minimum sleep. All right, mate. This here on my list.
Hey, first, we're forgetting the key thing.
Oh, fuck! You're right! Australian Bird Book!
Okay, where's my book where I get my numbers from?
Oh, you've been writing the numbers down?
No, I had a book that I just opened up a random page to get a number from.
Oh, that's crazy, dog. Well, you
I'll
remember
just use this one instead.
757 birds made to choose from. One of them is yours today.
221.
Go. 221.
I'll leave that one out.
221. Oh, I went right. Oh, here we go. You are an oriental plover. Ooh. 221. An oriental plover. That is, if it wasn't pretty offensive, it could be your rap name.
Yeah, you're right.
So we'll introduce this one with the Oriental Plover theme song. All right, here we go. I'm an Oriental Plover. I love Daniel Glover. Wait, his name Daniel or Danny?
Danny Glover.
Actor. Danny Glover. What about Donald Glover, where and his middle name, if you just call him Don, he's Dong Lover. That's pretty cool. He loves the dong.
Wow.
Yeah, all right. Now, before you interrupt me, before you fucking racist bird you chose, we're gonna skip past the bit where I wrote the next pod Dan does shirtless, because if you see right now, he is completely shirtless, and I didn't know that he had a giant eagle tattoo, but he does. Mm-hmm. Right on his chest. Okay, first proper topic. Godzilla 1997 starring Matthew Broderick, the guy that killed people when he drove a car in Scotland and crashed into them. Yeah. Was in a movie about a giant reptile causing havoc. What do you think about that movie? Did you like it?
Look, I remember liking it when I first saw it, but I was young. So I liked everything back then, so it's hard to say. But I think it might still stand. It's got, Matthew Broderick, Hank Azaria,
you know Harry
what? Shearer.
What about for the next homework of the next pod or the next 3, we got to watch that movie. It doesn't have to be together, but we both have to watch that movie, and then we can fucking talk about it and give our opinions on it.
We can try. Let me see who else is in it. Who was the woman in that movie?
Who was the woman in that? Look at you. You remember all the men.
Oh, Leon the Professional was in it.
Yeah, I remember that. He was chewing gum in one scene. That was a big moment.
Vicky Lewis was in it? Wow. It's got quite a cast.
I don't know who the hell that is.
She was in News Radio. Oh, Jerry's mate. From Seinfeld. Jerry's friend. The male unbonding episode.
Oh, okay. Is he play the woman?
No. The woman, Maria Patillo.
Oh, cool.
True Romance and Natural Born Killers are the only other things I've seen her in. So,
talking about, liking everything as a kid, and then you don't want to ruin that movie, so you might avoid it, but then sometimes you might watch it, and then you're like, this holds up. And then you watch other ones where you're like, actually, this one's pretty shit. and I happened to watch two movies from a childhood that I really loved.
Sorry, I just recognised her. She was in Friends as
Man.
Ross's lesbian ex-wife. But yeah, your movies, sorry.
Wow, I didn't know. Wait, that the lesbian ex-wife is the woman in Godzilla.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that. Cool. That's actually a pretty good little trivia. Mate, the movies I watched them a couple years ago, so maybe if I watch them again, it's probably about the headspace. But Space Jam and Jurassic Park, and I disliked them both when I watched them. And I felt like a jerk because I didn't like them, but I didn't like them. Maybe it was the environment I watched them in. Who knows? But I didn't like them.
I reckon you're the type of person that wouldn't like Space Jam no matter what environment you're in.
I fucking loved Space Jam the first time I watched it. I feel like I watched it up until I was like in my teens, loving it. And then I didn't watch it for a few years, and then I watched it again, and blah. But mate, that's the first movie I remember going to the cinema for. Maybe I went earlier, but I sat in the front row and I hated it. I loved the movie, but the front row wasn't great.
I think I saw it at cinema as well.
You probably would have. You're a big old nerd by the time I was around.
My brothers went and saw Dragonheart with Kevin Costner. I wasn't allowed to, so I saw Space Jam.
Oh man, we had the same kind of deal one time. I think I went and saw fucking Pinocchio, really shitty movie, and the adults were watching The Haunting, and I feel like somehow I ended up in The Haunting. Or maybe it was the other way around, where I thought I could handle The Haunting, and then I ended up in Pinocchio. Yeah, I think that was it. I don't know why I was allowed to go see Haunting as a kid. Maybe it wasn't a Haunting, but it was a scary movie. But do you remember The Haunting? It had Owen Wilson in it, and his head got knocked off. Did you ever watch that?
I don't think I ever saw it.
He's Owen Wilson in a horror movie, and his head gets fucking lobbed off with a big old trap.
Wow.
Trap. That's the noise his head made as it flew away. So yeah, Jurassic Park, Space Jam. I could probably explain, but it was years ago, and I can't remember why I didn't like them. I just remember being like, "This is tacky."
Because Newman's in both of them. You despise Newman.
Newman is in both of them. Oh no, I love Newman. Wow, I had a real theme of hatred that year.
Did you ever see Hail Caesar?
No, I never ended up watching that.
Oh, you should.
Coen Brothers movie.
Pardon?
For the Coen Brothers movie, isn't it?
Yeah, and Newman's in that. And when he turns up, you're like, what's Newman doing in a Coen Brothers movie?
Mate, it makes perfect sense. If you could like, he gets paid fucking a shit ton for Seinfeld still probably, but like, what actor would you bring back from the grave for, not death, but like one that no one's seen in a movie for a while? Who would you put in your movie? A star in your movie? Who would you want to save? Macaulay Culkin doesn't need saving, but I feel like he'd be fun to work with. He seems like a cool guy. Who? Michael Caine? No, he's out. Why'd I even think of him?
I thought
Get out
about
of
this
here.
a few times, but I can't remember who.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
George would be pretty cool.
Who?
Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander. But I watched Curb so many times, and he's in it a couple times, so I feel like he's still out there roaming around.
Oh, Ray Romano.
Ray, wasn't he in something recently?
He was in that Big Sick movie. That's the last thing I saw him in.
Mate, you know what? Maybe you need more time to think, and I'll bring up the next.
Speaking of though, Hail Caesar. I remember when I saw that, and some parents thought it was a good idea to bring like 8-year-old kids or younger, and the kids were just running up and down the aisle. Fuck, that was annoying.
Mate, you're getting turned into a crutchy old man.
Hey, how is that crutchy old man? That's just rude. Control your kids.
Yeah, but did you trip them up with your walking cane?
No, they weren't. I wasn't that close to the aisle.
But you kept fucking like mad dogging them, like going at them with your fucking fist, and they'd like back off, or they probably intimidated you, didn't they? Yeah. Kids are scary. Mate, I had a, like sometimes I check my Facebook memories just for a laugh because I'd be either incredibly cringy and embarrassing, some of the shit I used to post, or sometimes pretty funny. And I don't know if I came up with this, but it was a memory the other day, and I posted this as my status, I don't know, like 10 years ago, and it says, if Smeagol has sex, is it considered a threesome? Because he's two things in one. Dan is.
No, but it is funny.
It's not a threesome.
No.
I think you're right because I asked that question to Kim the other night or Jay, I can't remember, and they said, so like people with bipolar or something like that, or no, not bipolar. The people with like schizophrenia where they have the multiple personalities or whatever. Is it considered threesomes with them? And I guess not.
Speaking of good movies about multiple personalities, though, did you ever see that Edward Norton movie?
Mate, Fight Club?
No,
Then what the fuck?
can't remember what it's called. Anyway,
Incredible
but he
Hulk.
plays like a guy with.
Incredible Hulk.
No, wow, he's done this a lot.
American History X. He played Corey Feldman and Edward and the racist guy.
Hmm.
Mate, I remember on the first shots in American History X, he's talking to the principal, the kid, and they got a window cabinet behind the principal, and straight away you can see a boom mic, and it put me out of the whole movie.
Oh,
No, it didn't. It was a good movie. But
Primal Fear.
Primal Fear. I've not seen that movie, mate.
He's really good in that.
Yeah, you have a little thing for Edward Norton, don't you? I can see the poster in the background. It says, I Heart Norton.
Yeah.
I Heart Norton.
It was meant to be an I Heart Norbert movie. Remember Norbert?
No.
Oh, wasn't Eddie Murphy in it?
Oh, Norbert, yeah. Yeah, Norbert where he plays little runty guy and he plays his big wife.
Oh, there's quite a few good people in this movie as well.
Mate, you know what? The night I saw Norbert, we went to Frankston, underage. We're going to go to underage Pally Bar or whatever it was. They had an underage night, and we are going to go there. And then instead, we were at the movies waiting, and we just saw Norbert was playing, and we were like, let's just go to Norbert. And Alex and a bunch of us went and watched Norbert instead.
That's like when we went to see Gilbert Taylor. We were going to go to the underage Pally Bar.
Whoa, really? I keep fucking dodging bullets for movies.
But there was a big power out in Frankston. We couldn't go.
Oh, what a sad night. Mate, so you did say, Smeagol, it wouldn't be a threesome. So it's just sex. Okay, cool. All right, well, let me check this thing for a sec. 17 minutes into it, I think it's a good time to mention our sponsors. I'm not sure... Anyway, I'll just get to the sponsors. Today we are brought to you by Nike. They contacted me earlier this week to say we're very keen, good stuff, keep it up, and they just hired me to say a few words. Nike good, wear 'em, fast running, and pretty much jump over anyone you want. Get some today, eat them, fry them up. Oh no, that's the other sponsor. And just, help the Africans is really what they're trying to get through here. So that's really nice of them. I'm not sure if it's illegal to come up with fake sponsors, but thanks, Nike. And that's pretty much
included, everyone. Nike wanted us to tell you they're no longer supplying laces.
They're not, no more laces. And I got an email here saying they retract that, wrong podcast. So what do you think about that?
Who was that for?
I guess there's another Mitch and Dan out there. Maybe they're called Dan and Mitch.
Yeah.
Mate, how about this? I read a title of an article,
Okay.
For the pod. I did it for the pod. I put that much fucking effort in for the pod because I really care. And the title was Top Russian Spy's Son Dead After, in quotes, Fall from Embassy in Berlin. And I was thinking, like, that's fucked up. That's pretty sad. But then I thought, imagine the actual details that went through for that to happen. And it was clearly like a hit, Russia, Berlin, all that shit going on. Something's going on. And I'm thinking, that sounds James Bondy. Bondage. James Bondage. And I was just thinking, I wonder if Dan could explain a scene. Maybe it's just too much to ask for. But I'm trying to think maybe you and I come up with a scene. This was in a James Bond movie where he had to kill a little Russian boy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Did it say how old the kid was, or does that matter?
No, I tried to read the comments to get more details, but they were just commenting on other stuff, saying how fucked up this was. They never really got into the details, so shame on them.
Okay. Well,
But
my theory is
I'm picturing a little boy though.
James Bond
As
is
sad as
good
that is.
friends with the Russian spy, the dad. They're like best friends. They vacation together and everything. But the boy is actually evil and plotting against them both. And James
Like,
Bond had to fight him on these German steps, and and eventually kills him. And obviously, they can't put James Bond's name in there because he's a spy, so they have to say the kid fell. But now the Russian spy is like, James Bond, you betrayed our family. I'm coming to kill you. And then he has to go and kill him.
next movie.
And then
I'm
they all
thinking,
come together when the kid comes back to life. He's like, this was my plan all along, father.
wow,
And
man.
all
I was
he's
thinking,
got is like a little scar or something on his face now that James Bond did to him.
but he's still angry, and he comes back later, a deformed little scar child.
Yeah, but James Bond, in that scene where he's killed him, his head explodes or something like that, and he comes back, just a little scar.
I couldn't get I was trying to think how would it lead up to that with James Bond killing a boy, and I couldn't really think of an idea how it led up to it. But I was still picturing the scene where he kills him, and it's like he's like got the fucking Russian guy in a room, and he's holding the kid's leg out the window, and he's like, "Give me the numbers" or something like that, and he's like, "You crazy James Bond? You never kill a child. What is wrong with you?" And he's just so suave. And he's just like, "Give me the numbers," and he just doesn't give him the numbers, so he just lets go of the child, and everyone's like, "What the fuck, Bond?" Like, that's next level. But he's like, "Hey, I'm Daniel Craig. I'm brutal Bond." So
Wow. But what he was really aiming for, he was in the wrong window. He was meant to be at the next window where there was a
yeah,
mattress.
it was just a threat. But
That
you
he
know,
was
the watch that deploys a little mattress, it failed.
there.
Every good Boy Scout needs a watch with a mattress in it, and James Bond knows that. He was going to give the watch to the boy.
Wow.
I know, man. But he fucking landed straight onto a picket fence, the back of his neck, dead instant.
See, my idea is also that they're in a big Zeppelin. And he dropped him out of the Zeppelin, and he fell onto the steps there. That was the fall. Have to fall in front of steps, or whatever it was said.
Wow, mate.
But he was like, there's the steps, and everyone was walking just...
Man, I bet a bunch of people did see it. That's fucked. You'd think you'd see more of it online, though, if that was obvious. Mate, you know what? I'm just going to go straight to Where's Wooly 3. We're going to go to Where's Wooly 3. Dan's fucking got 2 out of 2. And...
Hit it. Where's Woolies?
Rudely workers. The old lady and the counter's manager, female, was racist and didn't respect to shoppers, especially the manager. Very rude, 1 star.
Okay.
Great place for me to pick up some supplies after dropping off grandkids from college.
Racism. Okay.
5 stars.
Okay, near a college.
Yep. In-store...
Interesting. Racist.
In-store bakery, hopeless bread to sugat and doughy, not baked properly. Why?
Okay, in-store bakery. Ooh, this is a tough one.
Good T-bones. 5 stars. Better than Coles, not rude security or drug addicts working in every staff is COVID compliant. 5 stars.
Drug addicts working in a nearby Coles, I'm guessing. Okay.
Yep. Bungin Hastings is quieter.
Hastings is quieter.
What's up with the bananas? Either green or none. 2 stars. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Last one, I think. Mid-sized supermarket, courtesy wheelchair with shopping trolley attachment. Staff are ninja level at packing groceries. 3 stars. even though they complimented the hell out of it.
What was that last bit about the staff?
Ninja level at packing groceries. Where's that Wooly?
I don't think I can get this one.
Come on, mate. 2 out of 2. I try to make this one a bit harder with the less obvious. But I feel like the other ones went way too obvious. It's usually my comments that push it over the line, I feel like. Tick, tock,
somewhere near Hastings.
Why?
Because it said something about Hastings at one point.
Did it? I feel like I remember reading Hastings, maybe. I'm not going to go on my phone again, but I'll just say now that, nah, it's not really near Hastings. But you've been to it.
I've been there,
You've
sure.
been to it. Mate, time is running out. We're all going to die.
Well, can't be, it's not Lane Warren, is it?
Double thumbs up, Dan got it! Yay! 3 for 3. Holy fuck. Look at that guy go. Now he's sipping his fucking gin and juice. Sipping on gin and juice. I think that's the lyrics. Maybe it's not. But damn, we got through that fucking horrible lag. I'm going to edit that out. No one's going to know about it. But guess what? I just gave it away by saying that. And then, where's Wooly? Fucking Dan, 3 out of 3. That's amazing. Any comments?
Look, I didn't think I'd be here today. Who would have thought that I'd...
Yeah, you had other plans.
Who would have thought that I'd be able to guess Woolies by their reviews?
Weird.
I have to say, that's a pretty mixed bag of reviews for a place as well, though.
Mate, I try to choose the funniest ones, and this one didn't really have as many obvious comments as the other ones to give it away. But I went to the fucking bottom of the list. I tried my best. You can't stop me from being me, all right? Back off.
Okay,
Dig?
Sorry.
All right, mate. So you and I both wrote down for this pod talk about Chris Pratt. Fuck.
I want to talk about.
All right, because I guess what? Wait. The audience is gonna know. I think our things are gonna be completely different. I don't know if it's the same thing. We don't know. Maybe it's the same thing. But Dan's gonna say what his was, and then we'll see what. Yeah, go.
I'm
Sorry.
going to talk about that photo that he posted, if you saw, with the caption that he put with his wife, and just in particular that thing about how she produced a healthy daughter. And how rude it is. I don't know if he meant it on purpose, but it's still pretty rude. I don't really mind the other stuff. It's just stupid. And it's cringy all up. But the thing about his healthy daughter, rude.
Mate, yeah, it's weird timing because I saw some other people going through his Instagram posts, and he's got a sense of humor. He's trying to be funny, see where it is, but it goes a bit far sometimes. Kind of being a bit weird about it. His humor. But you know what? Like at the start of the week, I was just watching some Chris Pratt videos when he was like in Parks and Rec and shit, which I didn't like the show, but I think Chris Pratt was amazing in it. And just the outtakes and shit, man. He's so funny. He's such a funny guy. And I just hate that I was judging him from some of the weird shit he's done because he's clearly a funny guy. He's got a good sense of humor. He seems like a nice guy. He's done some weird shit, but nothing like horrible. But now these weird comments are coming, these weird Instagram posts I'm seeing, they're kind of making it seem dodgy again. So I'm on a fence here, man. He was funny, all right?
Yeah, but that thing about, Anna Faris...
In Hawaii.
Anna Faris's son, their son they had wasn't healthy, so it's kind of a weird thing to put. My current wife gave me a healthy daughter. My ex-wife, no.
Well, isn't he just stating the truth, though? He's an open book, maybe, man. I'd probably accidentally post something stupid like that.
It's rude. It's just rude.
For my anniversary with Grace, one time, when we were always posting shit on Facebook, especially back then, you'd always fucking post everything. So it's like, oh, I'm so happy to have met you. I've never been happier in my life. Celebrating this time with you. I love you, Decca. Also, I think it's our anniversary, so something like that. I don't know. But, I was just love Decca.
It's different. That's clearly you being a tricksy little imp.
No, but it was true, man. But with Chris Pratt, what do you think, man? I think he was still funny.
Yeah, he's still funny.
Yeah, and you can't just fuck off.
Yeah, he's only
And
made like 3 good movies.
how many good movies you made?
2.
2 of them. You hear that, audience? We've made some sneaky films out there on the internet, and a couple of them are amazing. Anyone ever heard of British Roulette? Anyway, Dan, I just want to get this quick story out to the audience to know the suffering of a little farm boy named Mitch Hikins. Me. Driving back from seeing some friends, coming a long way on the highway in me little red car, and then I just noticed the heat is all the way up in the fucking hot zone. Pulled over instantly, open up the hood, bunch of steam comes out. Get it towed to the mechanic. It was sitting there for a couple days. They finally looked at it. Every car I own eventually does this within the first year, and it just fucking sucks. Something with the radiator, but they've never seen something like it before. Something with the pressure in the cylinders. They're freaking out. They don't know what the fuck's going on. It's a fucking well looked after car. What the hell? And they think it might need a engine replacement, but they're going to do some other things first. Check it out, mate. I can't get a brake. What do you think about that?
I think it's the universe telling you to get a motorcycle.
You know what? I'm 3 steps ahead of the universe then, man, because I was thinking about getting some wheels and putting on my gumboots and attaching myself to the back of Jay's car.
Heelys for your gumboots.
Yeah, what do you think about that? We got a big hill here. That'd be awesome to go down the hill like that.
Look, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I'm also saying I am saying it's a great idea.
Thanks, man.
Mate,
And
why don't you, this is what you should get.
A car.
Get an actual camper van thing you can drive around.
Mate, if I am going to eventually get a new car instead of a new engine, I'm just going to get like a station wagon I can sleep in the back.
Not that.
Thanks, man.
There was some lady that worked at the school I went to, and she drove around in like a camper van.
Wow, mate, you've had some experiences in your life.
Don't you have a
I saw a pigeon once eat a whole crumb.
Is that their car? Your car is a camper van.
Yeah, you jealous?
No.
Mate, you had a personal experience this week that you told me to write down, but then when I brought it up beforehand, you said, but
No,
you said, I wrote down, Dan met some anti-vaxxers.
I said I didn't meet them.
You met them.
I was on the train and they were spouting their nonsense while I was trying to listen to Friendly Geordies.
Ooh.
And they even said, one of them even said the classic "Let's go Brandon" line. Have you heard that line?
Something about Biden?
Yeah, so this is what I've heard the story is. There was a NASCAR race and some reporter was interviewing, I'm guessing one of the racers or something, and his name was Brandon something. And the crowd in the background was saying, "Fuck Joe Biden." And the news reporter was like, "They're even chanting 'Let's go Brandon' to you." And so and everyone was like, all those right-wing Trump-loving nuts are like, "Oh, they're trying to censor what we're saying." They're like, clearly we're saying "fuck Joe Biden," so now we'll just say "Let's go Brandon" as a little joke now. And it's like, it's not even a funny joke.
I bet still Joe Biden is fucking screen in his face at 2 a.m., not getting any sleep, saying Brandon, but my name is Biden. What?
Well, yeah, I would be confused too. It's like, what's the joke? I know.
Wake up his wife, Jack. Wake up, Jack. There's something wrong with the internet. Everyone's calling me Brandon.
Just say Biden. That's stupid. Did you see them all waiting for John F. Kennedy Jr.? So last week, a whole bunch of QAnon, Trump-supporting anti-vaxxers all went to Dallas, Texas, where John F. Kennedy got shot. And they're all expecting John F. Kennedy's son, John F. Kennedy Jr., to turn up, reveal that his death was a fake, and announce that he is going to run with Donald Trump. And the place he was going to pick it was where his dad got shot in the head.
Mate, makes sense. Why wouldn't he pick that spot? Why wouldn't you come back to life and pick that spot and go to be president? Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. And then they didn't turn up, and now I think they're saying he's going to turn up at a Rolling Stone concert.
I'm not hearing you come up with a good defense against this.
Because that's where your dad died. Wouldn't you pick something a bit more to do with yourself as well or something? I don't know.
Maybe you really like your dad.
I don't know. Anyway, and now I think they think he's going to turn up at a Rolling Stones concert for some reason.
Mate, because if they're wrong in one scenario, they'll definitely be right in the next one, you know? It's like when you predict the end of the world. Like, when do you think it's going to...
explains it all. The idea of they're all old, most of them. A lot of them are like old boomers. And like, we like the Rolling Stones. We also like JFK. Maybe he'll come back at a Rolling Stone concert.
Hey, just give him hope. Imagine if he did.
That'd be amazing. If he did, then everything's real fucked up. But still.
Mate, that's fucking weird. Are you going to talk about the anti-vaxxers that you personally met and shook their hands?
I didn't shake their hands. I didn't meet them. They were just on the train. They were saying, "Let's go, Brandon. I hope you guys can't wait for your 8th booster shot." And then one of them was talking about how states can't issue quarantines because that's the federal government's right, responsibility in the Constitution.
They're saying this out loud to each other?
Yeah, they're saying it out loud to each other. And I was just sitting like, but they can. And one of them was saying, "Oh, I called up Scott Morrison's office," and they were saying, "Oh, actually, you can make an agreement with the states." Like, no, you can't. You have to have a vote for that. And I'm like, no, the Prime Minister's office is right.
Arguing amongst themselves or with a passenger?
They were all talking about amongst themselves. There's about 6 of them.
Wow, how old are they?
No, 30 upwards.
Oh, okay, man. That's fucking tip top. I thought you were going to say it's like a bunch of 16-year-olds or something. Because mate, if they're 30-year-olds, I would have fucking mad dogged them with you. I would have been like, "You're wrong," and then they'd be like, "Explain why," and I'd point to you and I'd say, "Yeah, Dan, explain why," and then I'd stand on their side and be like, how are they wrong, huh? How is Brandon not his name? But that's fucking wild. What happened in the end? Did they all get shot by Dan Andrews?
Dan Andrews is at the end of the train line.
He's just waiting. Yeah, you can't see him as the train rocks up, but the doors open. He's there with a gun. He goes bang. He says bang first and then shoots.
Gotcha. We right to go?
Bang.
No,
bang.
you see that guy who went to Victorian Parliament with a bow and arrow?
What was he trying to prove?
I don't know. He was standing on a chair and it was like, no, he wasn't saying. He was standing on a car. And the cops arrested him, and all these protesters. He's doing nothing wrong. He had a bow and arrow.
Mate, what are the odds? Do you think that is my dad?
No, I saw a photo of him. He didn't look like your dad.
Okay, well, just saying, my dad can change appearance like anyone.
That's true.
Like, have you ever seen Mission Impossible 2? The worst one in Sydney. What
was that? Sorry.
Have you ever seen Mission Impossible 2? The worst one?
I think so, but I can't remember it for sure.
Whatever. Everyone has a fucking face mask in that movie. Every 2 seconds, someone's ripping off their fucking...
Yeah.
Talking about bad movies, I'm not sure... I can't remember if they're bad. I only remember seeing one of these. But Dante's Peak versus Volcano. Who wore it better?
They're both classics. And this is why the versus part, and why they're classics. Firstly, is Dante's Peak the better one for its classic scene where the old lady pointlessly sacrificed her life for no reason, or is Volcano better for solving racism at the end?
Oh, that's that one. Mate, okay. I only saw the one with the grandma fucking burning alive as she walked and pushed them across the lava. And that fucking just freaked me out as a kid. I was like, what the fuck? And she's like,
You didn't need to. It was like, you could reach out from the boat to where they need to go to.
She'd be dead instantly as well. She wouldn't have any time to fucking push. I don't remember how long she lasted, but I do remember seeing
It was like the water turned acidic or something.
Wait, so that's Dante's Peak, the grandma death?
Dante's Peak with Pierce Brosnan, I think.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. And Volcano, I do remember seeing that scene on YouTube where everyone's like, oh, the little girl's like, everyone looks it's the same or something.
Yeah, and then Keith David's like, yeah, you're right. They're all the same. That's a bad Keith David, but
I don't know who the hell that is.
Keith David's a black actor.
Black.
He's got like a great voice. What else is he in?
I don't know,
Keith
man.
David. He was in The Thing. They Live. You
Well,
would have
he's
definitely. He was in Platoon. You would have definitely
he-
heard his voice. He was in Pitch Black. Did you ever see Pitch Black?
no, man, I haven't seen any of those. So I saw Triple X.
Okay.
Oh, that guy, he looks familiar. Isn't he in fucking Seinfeld?
No, I don't think so.
He looks familiar. I feel like I've seen his face a lot. Anyway, man.
Anyway, Dante's Peak. Who else is in that? Linda Hamilton's in Dante's Peak. Shit.
Mate, you know what? I think all that matters is those two scenes. Nothing else matters. Compare them both. Which one wore it better?
I don't know. That's my question. What one's better? Like, obviously, like they're both so ridiculous. I'm going to give it to Volcano because it's such a serious issue and it's Keith David. I think that's got it.
Yeah, okay. That's good. I can only go through the experience of Dante's Peak. That's the only one I've seen all the way through. And that grandma just fucking burning alive was messed up.
She didn't need to.
She didn't need to, but she did, because she was probably hating life and was like, the world's fucked.
Those kids are annoying the hell out of her.
Yeah, she fucking hated them, man. Yeah, little shit. Yeah, so wait, here's a good one for you, man. I actually wrote down that I skipped. I saw this. I'm stealing it off the internet, you know, but it's something that everyone has in the back of their mind. Everyone knows this is a straight up fact, but I want to know your opinion about it. If an older dude, oh, here we go. What the fuck? My writing is horrible. Sorry. If an older dude ever gives you advice while peeling an apple with a pocket knife and eating pieces right off the blade, should you take their advice?
Are they in a rocking chair?
You think what, sorry?
Are they in a rocking chair?
No, they walk up to you, and I'm picturing the scene from Dennis the Menace, where Christopher Lloyd rocks up to Dennis the Menace eating an apple with a blade, and it'd be like if he said, like, yeah, the answer to life is catching trains across the country and killing little boys. And he'd be like, fuck, man, you're right.
No.
Dennis the Menace.
If it was the one that walked up to me, I would say he's threatening me in some way. But if it's an old bloke sitting in a rocking chair on his porch, then yeah. All
right. Well, so it depends on the way it happens.
Yeah.
But what happens if he comes up like you're sitting on a little riverbank with your toe attached to a fishing line, waiting for a nice little trout, and a raft shows up, and one of the guys standing up there he's standing completely up as his friend rows, and he's eating an apple with a knife, and he just says something like, "The wind follows." No, Jesus helps those who helps themselves, or something like that. I don't know.
Is he alone on the raft?
No, I just said his friend's pedaling. He's whipping that guy's ass with the paddle. That's a paddling.
Then yes. If he was alone on the raft and standing up, then no.
Well, how would he be coming towards you, standing completely up? Just fucking riding the waves of the river.
Yeah.
Mate, you don't know your river science.
Mate, I've spent 5
5
years at river schools. Don't tell me I don't know about river.
No, you spent 5 years at, what's that called? River High? What's that
Riverdale.
TV show? Riverdale. What?
Riverdale.
No, you stayed at Rivendell in fucking Lord of the Rings.
Stay out of Riverdale.
Yeah, you get getting kicked out and getting your ass kicked. So I thought 100% you'd be taking that guy's advice every time. But I never thought about if he just approached you in the middle of the night and said that shit. But if he didn't harm me, and I think about what he said...
Christopher Lloyd the bad guy in that movie?
Yeah. He's got a long wig. He kind of looks like a guy from Harry Potter who stalks the halls with his cat. He's got that vibe, but it's Christopher Lloyd. and he's eating an apple
They
with a
are the
knife.
same. They are the
And
same.
he ate beans under the bridge. That was an awesome moment. I wanted those beans. They look yum.
One of them, Christopher Lloyd is just the American that guy, and that guy's just the English Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I guess so. When are they going to do Back to the Future English version?
With him and
Forward to the past. Wow. Forward to the past. What do you think about that, dickhead?
next tattoo idea.
Forward to the past. It's going to be a guy fucking in a British armor fucking looking at his sundial.
So what do you think England is?
They don't have sundials? No, but they're going to the past.
Okay.
And, I don't know what they're dressed up like on the first poster in Back to the Future, but aren't they dressed to show that they're going to the future? They go to the past.
They went to the past. I had to get back to the.
Oh, mate, I haven't seen those movies in years. Maybe in the first one, then they got to go to the future. Oh,
They had to go to the past, but because that's at the end of the movie, it's forward to the past.
Mate, that's a head fuck. I got to watch them again. That's really messed up. I think I got one last question for you here, mate, and then you can get to the day on this day.
Yeah.
If you get ready for that. But listen here.
Yeah.
Am I Crane or are you Crane?
Crane.
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 Am I Crane or are you Crane?
Ukraine. I get it.
I just thought of that, and I thought it was funny.
That's
And
good.
I didn't know how to introduce it, so I just thought, yeah. So I've
That'd
all
be a
written
good
down.
name for like a Simpsons thing. There's a scene with James Woods. Like, I'm you and you're Ukraine. I'm you and you. I'm Ukraine and you're you. I'm me with this picture of Ukraine.
I'm Crane and you're you. Whatever. You can work that out, mate. I keep reminding the people, but you wear glasses. You'll work it out. Yeah, thanks, man. Maybe that could be a sneaky little. Hey, you know what? When I did the description for the pod last time, I just added in the description. I didn't think it did anything. I just added in at the end #kickdog, and then when I go to the video, it comes out in blue just under the title #kickdog. And I didn't know that made like a link. I thought that would just be in the description and be unavoidable because who the fuck reads the description? But people think you like kicking dog, or me. I think it was me who wanted to kick a dog, but I don't. I don't want to kick a dog, and we got to make that clear. And we also got to make clear that by next week or in the next coming weeks, we got to watch Godzilla 1997. I don't know if Shoive even got that year right. I just wrote that out randomly, but
I think he did.
Yeah, anyway, so we got to watch that in the next coming weeks, and we'll give people the real review of if Matthew Broderick belongs in jail. I don't think so, because Election was amazing. The movie.
How many good movies has he made?
Oh, man. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is pretty good, but I really like Election. That's such a good movie. The bit at the end when he fucking tosses that... What does he fucking throw at a window?
Milkshake or something?
Milkshake. Oh, man, that movie's so good. Oh yeah, the amount of pain he went through, his character in that movie, I forgive Matthew Broderick for that acting. It looks like he took that amount of pain and pressure and anxiety onto himself to portray that beautiful character that was called John Election. Not really. Good movie. If the two viewers for this video, if you haven't seen it, fucking just watch it, you dickhead. You're an absolute wanker. Fuck off.
With Reese Witherspoon and that guy from American Pie.
Have you ever seen Reese without a spoon, though? Because she's always got it on her. Anyway, on this day,
9th of November, important event, in 1980, Iraqi President Saddam Hussein declares holy war against Iran.
Fuck, man. What happened there? Everything work out for everyone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone's like,
1799. Napoleon Bonaparte pulls off a coup and becomes the dictator of France under the title of First Consul.
that fucking midget.
The
I know
14.
wait. Let's get this clear. I know he's not a midget. I know he's actually quite apparently above average height for back then. But shut your fucking gob. He's my height and he's a midget. Go, Dan.
1494. Piero the Unfortunate, that's his name, of the de' Medici family, ruler of Florence, loses his power and flees the state.
Did he have that name before this happened, or did he get that name because this happened?
I think it would have been after. It would be very unfortunate if he got it before.
Can you quickly just Google, get it, I don't know, something up about him? Where was he from again? Where?
Florence. He was part of the Medici family who ruled Florence in the Renaissance period.
In Italy, Florence.
In Italy, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Back when it was the city-states.
What, the unfortunate? The unfortunate.
Piero. P-I...
Piero the Unfortunate unfortunately had to flee like a coward. That sucks.
And in 1520, height of the Stockholm bloodbath, King Christian II of Denmark, Norway and Sweden executes Swedish nobles. So a lot of blood, a lot of dictators, a lot of leadership.
Mate, a lot of shit happened. A lot of people out there have done a lot of stuff, and that's not even the half of it. Imagine if they wrote down every day-to-day stuff. Like they wrote Ted from 1977 fucking ran his truck into a tree that happened to be a good tree. You know? Shit like that. The real meat of life. Not this fucking bullshit always given the attention to the big dicks of the fucking world. Fuck them. You know what? I've seen some crazy shit and done some crazy shit. I'm not a big dog. And some of my stories are way better than whatever Putin's ever done.
Okay.
He's done some amazing stuff. But alright, I'll play us out. No, joking. Dan's gonna fucking actually play us out with his favorite comedy skit of all time. He loves a bit of Christopher Walken, obviously, and he's gonna enter the room behind Dan right now and do a little skit for us. I didn't mean Dan was going to do a skit. Christopher Walken is coming in. Hear the footsteps? He's running!
Did I make it? Am I here? Oh no, I've run out of time. Goodbye.
Wow, he must have been busy.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, you want to say that good to Turkmenistan goodbye?
Is it the same as hello?
No, I just say it again. They
Hoş geldiniz, Turkmenistan, and to everyone else, goodbye.